What exactly happened? Because there was a lot of speculation online. I know you were shooting a lot of content in FloGrappling, but was it the destruction of the Gordon Ryan memorabilia that kind of broke the camel's back on your welcome?
It did annoy them, but obviously it has no value, intrinsic value whatsoever, so they really couldn't press any charges. I did have to spend the night in jail. They said, come to the offices, fuck around. You know, that's what, for me, fucking around is. We're gonna break some shit, we're gonna cause some problems. I don't think I belong in any sort of corporation offices with upper and middle management who don't know what's happening. You know, that's kind of on them, really.
The thing about FloGrappling these days is it seems like they're almost wanting to be more involved with all things CJI, despite what we saw with the arrest.
Yeah, that is true. We do have an announcement, and there will be a more formal announcement about my partnership with FloGrappling, right? So the enemy of my enemy becomes my friend here. And in doing this partnership, I really have to be quite apologetic. I know a lot of people out there are like, oh, does that mean CGI is going to be on Flo? A lot of cheap bastards complaining about $3 million wasted, another $2 to $3 million wasted on this event. And they're like, oh no, Craig, is it going to be on FloGrappling? You're doing all this work with FloGrappling? Well, I do have to apologize to absolutely fucking no one because it's still going to be free on YouTube and I'm going to be working with FloGrappling. That shows how cool these motherfuckers are. What a massive liability it is for me to sign a contract to work with them. I think their lawyers and HR department are aware of what a liability it is, but obviously I am the chaos the sport needs right now to build it back up. We tore it down, now we're going to build it back up.
So what exactly was the motivation to begin working with FloGrappling at this point? I know they had a change in leadership with the general manager, Ben Kovac, is a friend of yours through The Guardian, which we're partnered with for CJI too. But what other things did you feel like was aligning with FloGrappling's energy in 2025?
Well, I mean, fair plug to Ben from Guardian. Obviously, he looked at my Latin American criminal Vatos Locos roots, and he knew I could get in touch with the children. Not like some of the other grapplers do get in touch with the children, unfortunately. But yeah, we had that partnership with Guardian. He spent a very short period of time with me, realized I was actually a semi-decent human being, which is not really something to brag about in the world of jiu-jitsu, but he got on board with Flo. Flo started the negotiations with me. And my goal was to really grow the sport. So that's really where all this comes from, is I want to blow it up. And now I can blow it up even further on a massive company's budget. It's going to be mutually beneficial for everyone here. We are proud of all the free content we produce. Obviously, Alex's fucking salary is expensive, cuts into the money I give to starving children, but she's not concerned about that whatsoever. But with this inflated Flo budget, I can wreak a bit of havoc in the grappling world because we do have an enemy out there that is trying to deal exclusive contracts. Now, I know Flo have tried that before and won championship, have utilized that before. But one, absolute legends. I mean, shout out to an old enemy of mine, Tom DeBlas, who's been so easy to work with, representing One. And now I'm at FloGrappling. Basically, the call is coming from inside the building. They are all on board with their athletes participating in CJI and any other real events that grow the sport. So we're really trying to come together to save people being locked down into exclusive contracts, because it's kind of what holds back a lot of sports when you see, or a lot of combat sports, when one guy's signed to one organization and we think he's the best, and another guy's signed to another one, and we can't get those matchups. So I personally am going out of my way here to make sure that we don't miss out on the matchups people want to see. CJI is a singular event per year. It's not a series. It's not, you don't have to compete against us. We're just asking for 2 days a year to just absolutely blow the bank on the best event possible. And really, like, if other organizations want to come in the way of their grapplers participating in an event where they can make really good money, we're going to go to war here, and I'm probably going to lose every dollar I have, which is, again, probably why Seth's handing me the power of attorney thing today, to control me a bit in that sense, control my liability here. But yeah, really, if you're going to fuck with us like other organizations have in the past, I'm going to get me and my cholo buddies to come after you.
So there's a lot to keep track of when it comes to your hit list, your enemy list. But when it comes to who is the current enemy, it's not what we had last year when it was ADCC versus CJI. You sent me a text saying that you're on the phone with Jassim every day?
Yeah, we've united again. The brothership's on again. we have come together for a common good here. Yeah, miracles do happen. Obviously, I put him through a hell of a year last year. I do apologize for that. Occasionally, I take things too far, but it's nothing we can't move beyond.
We would have never guessed that you ever take anything too far.
Anthony sacrificed a career as a professional bongo player in Colombia to return to me here to focus on this task, and we do know his passion. You know, Alex, his passion for playing the bongos.
Yeah, that was a secret talent of his, and I'm glad that I'm aware now, but not really. I kind of wish I didn't have to see that. Do you have any secret talents?
I think I surprise most people every day when the Vyvanse hits around 8 a.m. with a outrageous idea. I usually keep calling people until someone tells me you should absolutely not do that, and I'm like, all right, we're getting close, we're on the right track here.